One of the areas of significant discussion when Prime Minister Modi and President Trump meet at the White House is going to be on civil nuclear cooperation between India and the United States. Starting in 2005, when the historic Indo-U.S. civil nuclear deal was signed between then Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh and then U.S. President George W. Bush, this has been an area of significant potential but unfulfilled promises. There have been a series of regulatory and legal hurdles which have come in the way of the full extent possible of cooperation in the civil nuclear space. Just last month, in a move that was hailed as a potential breakthrough, the United States took a concrete step to remove long-standing restrictions on Indian nuclear entities. It signaled renewed momentum for civil nuclear cooperation between Delhi and Washington. This development was announced by former U.S. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan on his last visit to India. The express aim was to facilitate the sale of American nuclear fuel, technology, and nuclear reactors to India. The agreement also addresses long-standing legal barriers that have hindered the full implementation of the 2005 Civil Nuclear Agreement. The 2005 agreement, signed by then Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh and President George W. Bush, was designed to end India's nuclear isolation following its refusal to sign the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty, or the NPT. The deal aimed to grant India access to nuclear technology and nuclear fuel despite India having its own nuclear weapons program. What it required India to do was to place all its civilian nuclear facilities under the safeguards of the International Atomic Energy Agency, or the IAEA. The recent US decision to remove restrictions on key Indian entities includes the Bhabha Atomic Research Center, BARC, and the Indira Gandhi Atomic Research Center, IGCAR. It's a crucial step in fulfilling the promise of the 2005 Civil Nuclear Agreement. These entities previously were on the US Department of Commerce and its restricted list. They can now engage in deeper collaboration with American companies, scientists, and technologists. This development comes even as India unveils its ambitious plans for nuclear energy expansion in the country. India has announced its intention to establish a nuclear energy mission with a significant outlay. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman in the Union Budget 2025 announced the nuclear energy mission with an outlay of 20,000 crores. India is committed to developing at least 100 gigawatts of nuclear energy by 2047, and for this, it needs American companies like GE Hitachi and Westinghouse. India is also exploring public-private partnerships to boost its nuclear sector. So far, the Nuclear Power Corporation of India, which is NPCIL, which is the sole government entity in the nuclear space, recently put out letters to invite private players to participate in the development of small reactors and upcoming nuclear projects. The move is expected to enhance efficiency, reduce costs, and most importantly, foster innovation in the design, construction, and management of nuclear facilities. Private industry will benefit from the net electricity output for use or resale subject to regulatory tariffs. This is a marked step in a sector which has been famously guarded by government agencies and not opened to private sector participation. Despite these positive developments, challenges remain, particularly when it comes to what is called India's Civil Liability for Nuclear Damages Act, or CLINDA. This law was enacted in 2010. It allows the operator of a nuclear plant to hold the suppliers liable for faulty equipment or design. US suppliers have expressed their strong reservations about this supplier liability clause, fearing that it could expose them to potentially unlimited financial risks. They want the liability to rest only with the operator, which in this case is mostly the NPCIL, the sole government entity. But Indian law provides a right to recourse through which the operator of the nuclear plant can hold suppliers liable for faulty equipment or for faulty design. The Indian government has attempted to address these concerns through various measures, but American private nuclear suppliers like Westinghouse and GE Hitachi still have deep suspicions about India's nuclear liability laws, and that, they believe, have not been fully addressed. The supplier liability clause has its origins in the lessons learnt by India in the aftermath of the Bhopal gas tragedy in 1984, in which more than 3,000 people died at the Union Carbide factory after a toxic gas leak. One area where US-India nuclear cooperation could see rapid progress is in the development of small modular reactors, or SMRs. These smaller, more flexible reactors offer several advantages, including lower capital costs, enhanced safety features, and the ability to be deployed in a wide range of locations. The US and India have expressed mutual interest in collaborating on SMR technology, which could boost significantly India's clean energy goals. The renewed focus on nuclear energy cooperation is a testament to the strengthening strategic partnership between Washington and Delhi. As both nations seek to reduce their reliance on fossil fuels and address climate change concerns, nuclear energy offers a reliable, low-carbon alternative. Donald Trump has made it clear that he favors nuclear energy over other clean sources like wind or electric. In fact, Trump has withdrawn all Biden-era policies which subsidize wind and electric. Furthermore, closer cooperation in the nuclear space can enhance India's energy security and promote technological advancements in nuclear science. America's decision to remove restrictions on Indian nuclear entities marks a significant step forward in US-India ties. It holds considerable promise for expanding nuclear energy cooperation. However, the success of this endeavor will depend on addressing the lingering concerns surrounding India's nuclear liability laws and also for fostering a conducive environment where American companies can invest in India's nuclear sector. While the challenges remain, the commitment of both President Trump and Prime Minister Modi to clean energy and a strengthened strategic partnership provides a foundation for cautious optimism. This could indeed be a new dawn for US-India nuclear ties. India realizes that if it has to meet its ambitious target of 100 gigawatts of nuclear power by the time the country turns 100, it will need massive help from President Trump and his White House.